Monsters Abound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 36 of my Ungrim campaign. Last time, Warrick he kicked the shit out of he killed a lot of beastmen. He basically committed beastman genocide, which obviously is a bad thing, except it's beastmen, so it's actually kind of a good thing. Kind of. He killed them so hard that they're actually radioactive now. Look at them glow. Delightful. Actually, it's because they've got low bestial rage from being, basically exploded. A lot of them just burst. There's little pops of red everywhere. In fact, 3 armies, I think was it 4? Or I think I might have completely destroyed 1 army. And 3 of them have got away with barely, well, basically only the units that weren't in the battle are surviving. They've also got another army over here which wasn't in the battle, but we killed the other beastmen so hard that these guys now have low bestial rage. So first things first, we're going to take Warrick and we are going to finish off these beastmen, because Warrick has been, let's face it, Warrick has been doing absolutely fantastic work. I really thought we were in trouble in that ambush battle, but he not only turned it around, he turned it into a massive heroic victory. So we're going to let Warrick finish off the last of these beastmen. So Warrick's going to finish off the beastmen. Just like that. God, I love organ guns. Should have more organ guns. More organ guns. That's the key to victory, or at least to killing beastmen anyway. So set up on a little hill over here. Got the cannons on the top of the hill, so we can fire down on the enemy, and all of the reinforcements coming in seem to be just sort of moving directly in front of our guns, which is, it's very kind of them, isn't it? It's very nice. So they're coming in waves. The first wave is coming in, and you can see we're just melting it. Just absolutely melting it. The organ gun causing horrendous damage, and then the crossbow bolts finishing off. God, those organ guns are just punishing. Beast Lord's trying to charge. Very brave of him. Not very bright though. He's already lost half his health. He is going to manage to reach our line, but only just. Warrick is then tanking some Centaurs and some Chaos Warhounds. You have to be a little bit careful, because Chaos Warhounds will try and get around behind us and eat the artillery crew, but that's what we've got the Giant Slayers there for. You can see there's a little blob of Chaos Warhounds and Centaurs just trying to flank around us. We're going to move one of our units of Bugman's Rangers just to face them, to just riddle them with crossbow fire. Meanwhile, the second wave is incoming. Another Beast Lord charging us, and not doing great. He's getting a lot of, he's taking cannon fire, and he's decided to run away. That unit of Ungor get exploded, and then a unit of Ungor do actually manage to reach our line for once. But as you can see, that wave hasn't done very well. We do have, we've spawned a unit of miners. Now, obviously with Skaven, the clan rats, when you do it, are quite sacrificial. Miners are dwarves, not so sacrificial, but still, I guess, sacrificial. These Chaos Warhounds trying to flank around behind. That's what they're going to go for, the Ulthar's Raiders. At the last minute, they decide to try and head for the cannons, but then they spot the Giant Slayers and decide, actually, maybe not. But then they get trapped between Ulthar's Raiders and the Giant Slayers. Third and final wave now coming in, and yeah, it's gonna go about as well as the previous 2 waves. There's a lot of Ungor Raiders here who are not doing. They're having a little missile exchange with our Bugman's Raiders, Rangers even, and not doing particularly well. Miners being spawned right in the middle here, and then of course we target them with cannon fire again, kind of using the miners quite sacrificially, but on the plus side, it does keep the Ungors in place long enough for us to turn them into jam. We successfully defended our flank, as you can see, the Chaos Warhounds, Centaurs, fleeing off in the distance, along with the rest of the army. Warrick has once again completely smashed a huge horde of beastmen. Beastlord trying to get away. Will he get away? Oh, he doesn't have much health left. Is he going to be able to sneak out of range? I think he is. I think he's going to get away. I think he's literally just managed to just get a little bit ahead of the crossbows with 57 health left. I think that has confirmed what I suspect we were all thinking already, which is that Ungors are quite susceptible to cannonballs. I mean, to be fair, quite a lot of things are susceptible to cannonballs, but it feels like Ungors seem to be extra. It's like super effective against them. We're going to just execute the captives. And all the beastmen are going to run away a little bit further. Not that there's many of them left. Got Dwarf by Stonemason. I'm hoping... I don't know what these guys are up to, but I think we should be able to... Let's auto-resolve that. They got one kill. They got one... Oh dear, guys. Oh dear. Let's go after... I mean, this is the only full army they've now got. I think this is, if I remember correctly, because obviously it's been a little while since I've played the Ungrim campaign, because I tend to record ahead of schedule. I believe this is the second wave of chaos, and if so, this is significantly worse. The first wave was quite tricky to deal with. I mean, okay, they ran away a lot, but they were quite tricky to deal with. This wave, I mean... This has not been a strong wave from chaos so far, in my opinion. I think it's been quite a weak one. So let's kill more beastmen. It's going to be a little bit trickier because they've brought Minotaurs, which are pretty much the saving grace of the Beastman army. Beastmen. However, organ guns make very short work of Beastmen. We've got this little rock in the centre here, to sort of guard our flank, and we've closed off access to our artillery and Buckman's Rangers with our infantry. There goes Warrick. He's charging the enemy Beastlord. Beastmen hitting our flank. Or trying to anyway. Beastmen and the Minotaurs come charging in. The Minotaurs are going to do the real damage here. But we do have some Giant Slayers. And they're going to move up to block them. However, what we can't see is that we're actually being flanked. The unit of Ungor herd who are hidden are going to move around. However, I did kind of suspect this might happen, so I'm using the Peak Gate Guard to just guard the artillery. And as you can see, we have spotted them now, or rather, I haven't spotted them. I have spotted them, but I haven't actually seen them. So the Minotaur's taking a lot of damage from our Bugman's Rangers. Most of the Beastman horde has been pretty quickly dispatched by our organ guns and Rangers, as per usual, while the Longbeards hold the line. Giant Slayers have engaged, or the Ungor have hit them in the rear. But now the Peak Gate Guard are then going to return the favour by hitting the Ungors in the rear. Which the Ungors are not going to like. The Minotaurs have been pretty much dealt with. And now it's just a huge horde of Ungors and Gors fighting the Longbeards, but they just don't have the armour piercing to get through. Warrick is actually taking quite a lot of damage, but he's regenerating. And the Beastlord is running away. And as he runs away, so does most of his army. Or I say most of his army, I mean what remains, because the sheer devastation, once again, that Warrick has wrought on the Beastmen is pretty stunning. Bodies everywhere. So Warrick has just, I think, pretty much managed to clean up an entire chaos wave by himself. Let's just execute them. We don't need the cash. Literally do not need the money. We've got a Lichbone Pennant. That's quite nice. Stone Mason. That's fine. We are going to take a little bit of attrition damage, but I think we'll be okay. Could we actually get back in? Yes, we can. There we go. Back into our own territory. And almost linked up with Ungrim and Ozpin, of course, who took Hellpit last episode. So we now got Hellpit. And is Clan Moulder dead, or are they still around? They have 2 settlements. Interesting. I'm gonna guess it's these over here. Well, seen as... Oh, it's not going to be that one because that's Chaos Ruin, so I'm going to guess it's this one over here. Seen as... I don't really think we're going to have too much trouble with Norska. They could be here, actually. They could be over there. I think Ozpin and Ungrim can probably start clearing up. So what we can do is maybe we can move over here. Public order is... Oh, it's not great. It's not great, but let's get a runic gate there. Why is it not happy? Corruption. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Hall of Oaths. Do we need that there? It does give us iron breakers. I could actually... Can I get rid of that? I don't need the mustering hall. So I could actually... Yeah, let's get rid of that, and then I can get a drinking hall in here. I mean, I don't need the rune forge, but I kind of want it. So I'm going to keep it. That's what I'm going to do. Now, Warrick, you've got 2 skill points because you've been out there, you've been doing your stuff. It's been pretty awe-inspiring, I feel like. It's been pretty great. What do you got? So you've got Bugman's Rangers, you've got Longbeards. Let's go for the Fearless Dowie. And the Thunderer. Let's do that, because that's going to buff up... Well, at the moment, no one. But, you know, considering how many beastmen we've killed, a lot of our units have ranked up quite considerably. And Groby Nutter. Let's give you... You've got Wrath and Ruin. That's good. Do you want to cleanse corruption? We're probably going to have quite a lot of corruption up here. Let's give you the Rune of Parry. It's going to just beef you up a little bit. And of course, the Sour Scowl, probably one of our highest ranked surviving Dragon Slayers, because I do seem to get them killed quite a lot. Do you want to be a Dragon Slayer or Doom Slayer? What's that going to give? Dragon Slayer gives bonus versus large, hit points, melee defense, melee attack, weapon strength, charge bonus. I quite like that. Let's keep that. Jeez, that's a lot of dead Beast Lords. At least that affords the Beastmen a lot of upward mobility. So that's, in a way, good for them. At least the ones who are still alive. Yeah, so we need to finish off these Beastmen. We do have a little Chaos Force moving around down here. I'm hoping that Balthazar Gelt's going to deal with them. He should be able to deal with them. It shouldn't be a problem for him. I think. Probably. Ungrim, you come down here. You're going to go and deal with that. Hellpit, public order is going to be pretty bad, actually. Let's get rid of these. And we'll build some public order buildings there. Corruption's going to be a bit of a problem. It's currently minus 16. Ah, yes. It is dropping by 8 a turn, though. So let's leave you there for the moment. And Belagar, your army is beaten up and it's healing very, very slowly. I'm half tempted to go for Zoishnik. Because what I'm thinking is if I go for Zoishnik, then I can get replenishment buildings. Oh well, there's one of Yeah, well, doff. Thank you. I'll have that. Let's occupy. Makes sense they would have had that one, to be honest. And we can get some better replenishment buildings in there. That's going to help us. And we didn't have to resettle it either. So that's all good. All good. Malcolm Dixon, you are going to defensive coordinator? No, it's really situational. It's really situational because it increases or it reduces the reload time reduction for towers in siege battles, all right? Fair enough. But the AI will very rarely attack you in a siege battle if there's an army in the province. Normally, it'll go, I don't want to deal with that, and go for something else. So the likelihood of you ever being attacked in a city with an army, having a hero like that, is so remote that I don't think it's ever actually happened to me in the entirety of, well, maybe once or twice in the entirety that I've been playing Total War Warhammer 2. So I feel like that's a skill that is interesting, but also entirely useless. I could go Overseer? Sure. Let's go Overseer. In fact, you seem to be healing a little bit faster than in Eringrad, and I'm not into... Oh, it's because it's suitable climate in comparison to unpleasant climate. Yes. Okay, well, that makes sense. And that's actually going to help us. So that's good. That's really good. Let's get growth there. That's going to help. How's public order doing? It's not doing great here. Can we get public order +2 would help. It's not a huge problem. Ugh. Yeah, public order here is a real issue. If we untax that, it's going to be 9 turns. Okay, let's... Oh, you can only get the public order building at rank 2, can't you? Okay, well, we'll just... Fingers crossed. And... Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We've got...
Let us begin.
Yes, you will. I'm also going to recruit you. You're basically going to get a stack of iron breakers, and then you're going to move up here, and we're going to trade them over and sort of fill up our armies with iron breakers, rather than longbeards, basically. That's what I'm thinking. And Norgrim Cromson, you're going to go grab that one. And probably then maybe come down here. We do need to finish off Norska. Although, at this point in time, Norska seems to be... Well, Norska and Wintertooth seem to be under attack by Hellebron.
What do you seek?
I seek Hellebron, Jaden. It looks like she's really doing a number, although I don't know how long she's going to hold on to the... Well, actually... She's actually holding on to these provinces, to be fair. We might have to kill High Elves, but that'll be interesting, because I haven't fought Dark Elves v Dwarves. So that'll be quite interesting. Quite good. It's nice to fight different things. And of course, none of these places up here have walls, so actually this is going to be pretty easy. Won't even have to shoot down walls. Ooh. Didn't realise Hell Pit had a big old lava pit, but sure, whatever. Tiny Ross. You cannot assault units because we do not have the money. But we do have we've got several Imperial armies nearby. I think Ragnar is a bit stuffed. Basically, he's got Ungrim to his north, he's got Humphrey to his east, and Balthazar Gelt to his west. So in whichever direction he goes, he's in trouble. Yeah, we can't do anything there. We're just going to end the turn. But good turn. We managed to pretty much crush that wave of chaos. No problem.
The throng is mustered.
If we can finish them off quickly, then we can really concentrate on Norska. Humphrey, did you just lose hard there? It feels like you just lost really, really hard. I had high hopes for you, Humphrey. And those hopes are now like a candle in the wind. Pretty useless. Oh, Hellebron's really... She's really sticking it to Wintertooth. Is she at war with Norska as well? I need to check that. At this rate, Hellebron's going to do all my hard work for me, so...
You're not welcome, so I won't pretend otherwise. Now spit out your proposal.
Well, Beard Thing, you now pray we board now. Oh, you easy pray. Are we? I get the feeling, Morlock, that you're not doing so hot. So I'm going to say no. And then I'm going to find where you are, and I'm going to take your neck, and I'm going to stretch it until your head separates. Oh, hello. Warrick, you found some friends. Well, I say friends. We'll just auto-resolve that on. Wow. No losses, 510 kills. Beastmen, not... Not... Or maybe organ guns just OP. I don't know. But, yeah. Execute. Warrick is a beast tamer. Most beasts brave, but all whimper before my might. Damn right you are, Warrick. Damn. It's interesting to see Hex... Oh, there's dwarves. Where are the dwarves of... Where are the dwarves going? Are they going to help Hexotl? Interesting. Interesting. Harmer the Gouger has stolen technology. Clan Honor. Apparently we've just lost some money. Alright, fair enough.
No.
Ragnar...
Ulrich's will.
What the... Alright, well Kislev has almost got defences, so that's good. Let's grab Stadjokian. Let's do that. Upgrade that. We want the... Let's get a refractory in there. That's going to be useful. Public order is okay. We can get more replenishment. Upgrade that. That would be good. I'm hoping Belagar, not Belagar, Balthazar even, deals with Ragnar for me. If he could do that, that would be really useful. Public order here is going to continue to be a bit shit. There's not much I can do about that. We could get exotic animals. Sure, why not? And Warrick.
Your demise is certain.
I mean, I think Balthazar should be able to deal with that army.
Onward.
Time for a reckoning. Aye, grudges will be settled.
What I am tempted to do...
Do not displease me.
Let's upgrade that. What I'm tempted to do is resettle Prague and Volksgrad. That will slow me down, though. Realistically, do I need them? No. Really. I don't. I don't need them. It's not really gonna help me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore them and I'm going to go this direction. I'm hoping Balthazar can finish off that Chaos Army. I think he can, because I mean that's a very strong Empire army. That is a very... I mean, he's got 2 Hellblaster volley guns and Ragnar is almost half an army. In fact, looking at how many units he's got, I would say that's half an army. So I'm fairly sure that Balthazar, the shiny-headed little freak, should be able to deal with Ragnar. Theoretically. Am I going to be disappointed? I don't know. But I have slight optimism that Balthazar can deal with that half a Chaos stack. So, with that in mind, we're going north. Plus, we will have defences here fairly soon. Probably. At some point. It'll be fine. Will it be fine? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It will be absolutely fine. I'm not concerned at all. I'm not worried. Warrick, of course, is going to get immortality, because why wouldn't he? And Groby Nutter, strike the runes. Sure, get that. And then Sour Scowl, you're going to have... I feel like extra melee resistance would probably be really, really good for you. Warrick, what do you have? You've got a potion of strength. Enchanted items. Do we have anything good? It's a gatekeeper's belt. As long as hit points... so if hit points drop below 20%, he gets plus 33 damage resistance. I mean, he regenerates, so... And it makes him unbreakable. I think that'd be quite good, actually. Because, I mean, he regenerates, so effectively he drops below 20% health. He gets more damage, like 33% damage, extra damage resistance. And then he regenerates. So, he would. I feel like with that, he's basically going to be pretty bloody immune to everything. So, I'm gonna make him a Gatekeeper's Belt. Because, of course, Warrick has double regeneration.
Summon me if you dare.
So, we're going to give him a Gatekeeper's Belt. So then he's got more armor. So he's got 161 armor. He's got 72 melee defense. He's got 2 regenerations. And also he's got 10 physical resistance and 20% ward save. And if he drops below 20% health, he gets plus 33 damage resistance. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. Let's have a powder maker. Let's get a Lichbone Pennet. And we're going to give it to him so he gets 10% more physical resistance. So basically, Warrick, he just doesn't die. He sits there and just tanks everything with his face. It's pretty amazing. Jack Purvis, who are you? You're over here. Okay. Oh, hello. You found a friend. Someone's...
I challenge the oak.
He's got a friend. Do you want to assassinate them? Just for shits and giggles? Sure. Okay, we got the building over there. That's good. We've got... that's going up. That's one more turn. Do need that. And then how's our income? It's actually pretty good considering we've got an entire stack of bleeding iron breakers here not doing anything. And I mean, right, there's 14 iron breakers there. And as soon, I think once we've got... I think that should be fine for iron breakers. We'll then move them north and switch over some with some of our longbeards. Mind you, I mean it's like 5 per. It's about 5 per force. So do I want to get some more? If I get an entire, we don't need an entire stack. It'll be fine. Right, Balthazar, don't let me down here. Aiden, can you assault these guys? Let's give Balthazar all the help he needs. You're not doing it, Balthazar. Not Balthazar. Right, Tiny Ross, come on, get in there. Success. Good work. Okay, come on, Balthazar. Don't let me down. Blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Okay, come on, Balthazar. Come on. You got this. I don't know what... Aldin Morgrimson, I don't know where you're going, but... Godspeed, young bearded dwarf. Right, good job. Balthazar has defeated the Warriors of Chaos. Excellent. Knew he had it in him. Wasn't worried for a second. Norska is apparently attacking the Empire. That's fine, we will join. To be honest, I'm surprised I wasn't already at war with them. Now, it does look like the Empire has fought back. It has managed to reclaim a lot of its territory. It hasn't confederated with Hochland or Ostland, though. Those two seem to be maintaining their independence for the moment. That could well change. Marathi took Lothern, but apparently has now run away. She does have the Sword of Cain, though. So there's still Chaos stacks at sea. We have actually destroyed the Warriors of Chaos. So I don't quite know what the mechanic is for the waves. I don't know if it's after the Warriors of Chaos have been defeated or whether it's the sort of all Chaos stacks, whether it's just time based. Now the Warherd of Chaos is still around somewhere. Oh, it's going to be a clash at sea, a big naval battle, which the Dwarves win. Pretty handily by the looks of it. Yeah, doesn't look like Chaos is doing particularly well at sea. Lots of big sea. I mean, imagine if we could see those sea invasions. Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, just imagine. And that's all you're going to have to be able to do. Just imagine, because there's never going to be sea battles in Total War Warhammer, unfortunately. Something which I feel like, to be honest, considering the amount of sea we've got here, I feel was not the right decision. I mean, in Warhammer 1, I don't think it really matters, to be honest. I think with the amount of sea there was, it was fine. But in Warhammer 2, you just have so much ocean, and not being able to fight the battles puts you at a real disadvantage for some factions, like the Skaven, for example, who have such bad auto-resolve, and plus the fact the AI knows the results of an auto-resolve before it actually fights the battle, which means it can tell whether it's going to win or not. Whereas the player has no clue. I mean, I wouldn't have even minded had they created sort of a weird looking map with two boats like up against each other and then you deploy your army on the deck. Something like that. I think that would have worked fine for me. I don't necessarily need the sea battles, but I feel like the being forced to auto-resolve is a real problem. Yep. So, Grungy's Blessings, that's more money. Warriors of Chaos have been obliterated. Good. Puppets of Chaos have been destroyed, as are the Servants of Chaos. They're all dead. Holy balls. And looks like the Warherd is just one. Oh, and Balthazar has taken Prague. In fact, that kind of works for me, because they are now an extra line of defence.
Yes, let's move.
Excellent. Okay. Let's get the refractory there. Let's upgrade that. How are we doing? That's going to be fine. Local populace is only 1. Is that going to be okay? I think it is going to be okay. I think it's going to be fine.
It is time.
Right. Can either of these guys reach? No. Are we going to take corruption damage? Nope, we're fine. Okay. We're going to go this direction. We've got Belagar defending. In fact, Belagar's looking pretty good. In fact, what we could do is hit the Tower of Karak and just raise the bugger. So, what do we need to do to win? That's what we need to look at. So, short campaign victory. Ensure the following building is being constructed. Yeah, we will. That's fine. Clan Molder needs to die. In fact, they were down to, well, in fact, it's just pointed me at Kazid Board Karag. So, I'm going to assume that they're there. We need to defeat Norska as well. And although Norska are still fighting, I don't think they're a threat. I think it should be fine. We also need to defeat Wintertooth, or even an even worse position than Norska. We control all of those. We've got those. We've got that. Okay, fine. And we also need to keep our grudge levels down, which they are. So, we need to... Is it this one? So, the Great Slayer Shrine of Karakadrin, which is going to be in 2 turns. We can then build that. It's going to cost 10k. But that's fine. I'm going to just... We'll give them one more turn and then we'll move north. We don't have to replace all of our Longbeards, but having a nice core of Ironbreakers in our armies would be pretty pleasant. God, -8, jeez. But if we... Right, -4. That's fine. And... Ozpin, though. Okay, let's give it a little bit longer. We'll have the refectory up fairly soon, or the drinking hall. That's going to give us more public order. That's going to offset. Corruption is dropping as well. it should eventually be fine. Cracker track, let's get that, and we'll be all good. And Norgrim Cromson, you've ranked up. You're not the best general we've got, but you are a general, so that's good. Right, so unfortunately we are running out of time, but it looks like our next steps are going to be to invade Norsca, which is going to be a little bit tricky because it looks like Hellbronn's in the way, so we might end up having to kill Hellbronn as well, which will be fun. And I've also, of course, got the Hammer of Angrond, which I've literally just this moment spotted, which I also need to do. Not for any particular reason, but just because, why not? May as well. So maybe I'll aim to do that next episode. Yeah, let's do that next. Unfortunately, that's all for this episode. I'm going to leave it there. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.